crimes and youth violence to the vulnerable state of our temples of future potential, our public schools. It is easy to possess a bleak point of view of our island. Many do and have chosen to leave the island in search of a better quality of life. Our working class families, single mothers, and our manamko who don't have that option available to them, struggle now more than ever to obtain or maintain a decent quality of life. These economic and social problems are not unique to Guahan. Many modern communities face similar challenges. However, at this very moment, our community stands in wait as a colossal wind of change heads our way in the form of a massive military buildup, estimated by sources to be a relocation of up to 30,000 U.S. Marines and dependents from Okinawa, Japan. While the great majority of our leaders and community members wait and prepare, hoping that the buildup will be the key to solving our current economic plight. A vocal minority identifies this impending gust of change as laden with deep environmental and social problems. Indeed, in Guahan, which literally translates to "we have," we stand at a critical crossroad in which we must choose carefully which way we will proceed in building our community, if we wish to sustain that of which we have. It is for these very reasons that the study of community development is vital to us. A different view and approach to building a community is essential. This bleak description of the current state of our island is not meant to invoke within you feelings of hopelessness, nor do we wish to portray a lack of appreciation for the good that many are doing in our community and their strength. It simply means to highlight our need to engage in dialogue of our values and to look at the methods we employ to build our community. In fact, it is those people in the community who in hard times move forward, lend a helping hand, and inspire others to do so as well. We desire to be those people.
Bagus. Bagus.
You're all lying.
Well, I'm feeling
End of
better.
semester.
Yeah, you're right.
How
I've got
polite.
stomach problems now. You're right.
As social science students, developing the skills to see and understand from the range of diverse worldviews that inhabit the earth is critical. This was our mission, to see community from the eyes of another, to contrast our differences and realize our connections, to come away with a vivid understanding of ourselves. This is why fieldwork is vital. In anticipation and preparation for our field experience in Bali, we read the in-depth 522-page-long doctoral dissertation by Graham McRae entitled Economy, Ritual, and History of a Balinese Tourist Town, and the informal but nonetheless informative book of William Ingram, founder of the Threads of Life Foundation in Bali, titled A Little Bit 1 O'Clock, amongst other readings. We analyzed and presented chapter readings, watched videos, analyzed, and read some more, all the while struggling to pull together numerous fundraiser activities to offset the cost of our field workshop component of this course, and to attend Chamorro dance singing practices headed by Michelle Castro and her gang of experts aged 7 to 12, members of the Katun Itanu Cultural Dance Group, a school and community-based organization from the village of Talifofo. We felt that this would be a great way to share and represent the Chamorro culture with our host families and friends as best we could as a token of reciprocity for all that they would be sharing with us. It was both humbling and inspirational to learn from this group of young people who displayed such a passion for the knowledge of the Chamorro language and cultural arts. This was only a hint of the positive influence traditional arts and education can have on our youth and the wider community. Sharing our culture through music and dance would eventually prove to transcend all barriers, a catalyst for connectivity. In the midst of our chaotic schedules, ever present in our minds was the announcement by Dr. Steffi that she would retire at the conclusion of the semester. After 30 years of intellectually inspiring and challenging thousands of students on Guam, she had decided to officially retire from Government of Guam service. From the moment the news was broken to us, we have been mahalang, homesick for her, and she has not even left yet. This gave us the fire and drive to work harder to make Dr. Steffi's last semester a truly gratifying and memorable one, to be the caliber product of an exemplary instructor. We were all feeling the academic challenge, and on one particular day, while we sat in class discussing our individual research topics and mental blocks, a cell phone rang. We were all amused to find out it was Dr. Steffi's cell phone. We soon learned the call was to inform her that her mother was gravely ill. It was such a private moment in Dr. Steffi's life. As one student recounted in her reflection paper, "I remember feeling numb as I looked into her eyes and witnessed her pain. I felt unworthy then to be present in her space during a painful moment." Dr. Steffi excused herself from the classroom. At our next class, we would learn that her dear mother had passed on. It was at this moment that the prescribed and expected relationship between instructor and student had been unexpectedly crossed and narrowed. In an effort to offer her some degree of comfort, we said a group prayer and sang Ave Maria. We hugged her and cried with her as we extended our condolences. We wondered silently if we would see her in time for our departure to Bali. We moved forward in uncertainty, hoping selfishly that Dr. Steffi would rejoin us.
Special welcome on board this evening to Dr. Rebecca Stevenson. Last trip with her group after 30 years of teaching, and welcome on board to that group as well.
In hindsight, we realized that our most important lesson about community development sprang from the roots of this single event. We learned that it starts with compassion, hard work, effort from each member, and that it requires a harmonious relationship despite our diversity or schedules. And as our young dance instructors exemplified, a passion for others begins within, with an inner strength of self-identity, connection to your culture and values. As we learn through sharing Dr. Steffi's grief, it requires the courage to break through the barriers that set us apart, to offer our compassion, a hand or a shoulder for those to hold on to in a time of need. This is the principal foundation of community. When the time finally came to depart for Bali, we unknowingly had begun to build within our circle our own personal community.
All right, here we go, here we go. We're off. We're off to Bali.